All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another match of our action-fact filled day, with the 2021 1v1 EAW Space Cup. We are in the majors bracket. Today we have JaxSparrow 1996, also known as Mitt, versus Cuarson. Jax being the upper seed, and then Cuarson being the lower stream. I'm co-casting today with my colleague here, also former partner of Cuarson in the 2v2 tournament, Realm King. Realm, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I also just played my match against Brematic, and I'm ready to cast this exciting match.
It is exciting, I have to say. There's been a lot of hype and build up to this one. There's been a lot of trash talk and bantering going back and forth between Carson and Mitt. A lot of people here thinking that, well, I see the general consensus is that people seem to think that Carson, the lower seed, should come out victorious here versus Mitt. Mitt, obviously, of course, thinking otherwise. We'll have to see. And to Mitt's defense, he is one of the best 1v1 space players and forces of corruption in the expansion pack. So we'll have to see how well his training has transferred over into Empire at War vanilla. So we'll definitely get a gander here in the majors here. Of course, he's had some practice with the group stages, but he's also been practicing and doing quite a bit outside of this too. So, Realm, I hope you were prepared and you brought the memes, at least for after the match.
I can quickly make some memes
That's all
if
right.
they're needed.
We'll have to see. All right, and of course, here before we get started with the drafting here today's stream and the 2021 1v1 EAW Space Cup, it is brought to you by the Empire at War Community Discord. Of course, us here. The tournament is hosted on the Tournament Edition mod, which can be found on the Steam Workshop. Tournament Edition mod is not a traditional mod in the sense; it's more or less a minor patch and with some bug fixes and some balance changes for Empire at War Vanilla. All tournament games are streamed live, of course, here on our Twitch channel. So make sure to subscribe to get into all of the action. All subscriptions actually go towards the prize pool for the participants in this tournament. So you get to directly impact and reward their hard work to being able to bring you the best Empire at War content available here. So let's get started here. Let these guys know that the draft is on its way. Oh, should have been bans.
I
LOL.
did tell Carson that he's first ban.
Yeah.
He might be a little one, and he was just AFK. I thought he was just nervous.
Oh. All right, so Carson's first ban here, we'll go up here, is Geonosis. So Geonosis being the most, I'd say, vanilla 1v1 map available, and he seems to think that Jax probably played a lot on this map, so I think that's a good ban. Coruscant, um, yeah, I see why this map is banned. Seems to be a pretty big rebel map. I think you agree with that.
Yeah.
That unfortunately, with the Empire nerf of the last patch, that was the one map that I think just affected Empire enough to where it made it a little bit too difficult to play. Last map being Bonthan. This one's a major Empire map as well, so reverse of Coruscant. This map is just, yeah, it's really easy for Empire to respond to whatever's Rebels are doing because they're able to get everything's condensed, so it's easy for them to travel along the middle corridor there, whereas Rebels still have a lot to contest, and it depends on their vision. It makes for a very difficult map. So we'll have to see what happens there. But other than that, yeah, those are the free matches there. So we'll let them go ahead and do the draft. Realm, any other comments you may have here on the map bans?
I mean, I also banned Boffin because I just don't like the map. Coruscant, yes, because it's just like a rough map to play on the weaker faction. And Geo, yeah, might probably because he hasn't played it enough. Geo is probably the most played 1v1 map, also the most balanced, I would almost say, for 1v1. Like going Rebel Empire win rate close to 50% for both.
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
it's
and
they're
honestly,
just
Polos.
yeah, those bat bands. They're just I don't know those last two I just don't enjoy. But yeah, Geonosis. I mean, it's everyone's sugarcoat map, so it's really easy to pick. Or at least a ban, because then you have to force them to play other maps they maybe not be comfortable with. But yeah, like you said, going to Polis here. So Polis being one of the newer maps. Um, this one was actually part. Is actually a Forces of Corruption map that they kind of backwards reverted, I guess, to Empire War during the original Gold Pack release. What was that 2008, 2009 when they did that? Unfortunately, it never made its way into the actual Steam official map games when they re-released it back in 2017, oddly enough. But we actually made some modifications to it, and at this time it's because well, we tried it for the last 1v1 tournament, and it was 100% Empire side. It didn't really matter how good you were, as long as you were a competent Empire player, you would just stomp Rebels. So made a couple of adjustments there, and yeah, things are looking a little bit better, I would say. So, what are your thoughts on Polis?
Yeah, I think the 2019 Cup in the playoffs, it never got picked. Like no one ever played that map. And yeah, right now I honestly really like the map. I think it's pretty even right now. It's not as much as explored as it is with the new changes,
Yeah,
but yeah, it feels pretty balanced right now.
I would say that there isn't so like I would say Polis and the Dantooine, um, both of these maps here, there's not a meta there's no meta strategy that's been really developed yet. Like whereas all of the OG maps, everyone knows what they do here. So there's kind of like usually an OG one or two strategies that people do, and primarily I would say or probability wise like what 80% of the time it works, except when you get to that real top high tier, and these guys, geez, impatient. Um,
Yeah, I
keep
mean, Polos is in
in
that case kind of like Dantooine. It's not uh, completely discovered how to play it in the best case, which kind of leads to exciting plays.
yeah. So I don't know. We'll get to see what actually happens throughout the rest of this tournament here. I'm excited to see the meta develop on this map, evolve, change, and yeah, should be interesting. But all right. So now I'm gonna rehost since I was getting impatiently yelled at here after I was suggested that they rehosted and was like, I was indeed not ready for your rehost, but it's okay. Did I see that? They were too busy yelling. Did they say
Uh,
what faction they
Jack
were
said
picking?
Rebels. Jack said Rebels, yes.
Interesting. Rebels on Polis. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that, but maybe Rebels are a little easier to play this time around. Yes, Dragoon. Realm is very German, so as such, he sounds German.
I sound very German. I think it sound the most German out of all Germans.
Yeah, it's probably laying on pretty thick right now with it, what, being 1:30 in the morning for you?
Yeah, almost. Do the countdown. I want to see if Jax sticks to his playstyle and warps in units to build a base mine. He does not.
Nope, he does not go for his base mine.
But
Oh, restart.
okay.
All right, that's fine.
And never mind. It was go for his base mine. I was just thinking that Cuarson was Jax,
Yeah.
but it was the other way around.
That'd be color police. Even though I was making fun of the color police in the last tournament. LOL. Laney says Realm has the most German accent ever. Love it, and it's coming from another German. Look at that. Germans are full of love. Alright.
Okay.
Okay, this time he goes for his base
Yeah.
mine.
That was probably the problem that he had last time.
Oh, Cuarson was close enough to where he was capturing that, but that was almost a mistake over there. So instant
Yeah.
builds.
Both going for base mine. Is Jax going past the Nebula on bottom or not?
He is.
Yeah, he is.
All right. Wow. All right. I like the micro there. He's only got kind of taken away from his micro at the base here. Okay, so I like what Cuarson originally did there. Like I thought it was going down. Both these hives were going here, but he actually split this off to go over here. So now he's actually going to be able to catch this building pretty early. And I would
Oh, bombers. Nice. I like this.
Where's the bomber?
Bottom a base mine on rebels.
Oh, there it is. I didn't see it. Interesting. Oh yeah, he's gonna. Ooh. Oh, almost. So.
No. And it looks like he's trying to defend his Nebula mine.
Yeah. Ooh, Cuarson has got a TIE fighter over here that's engaging and not shooting. Okay, so alright, I like what he's doing with his bomber. He's gonna go shoot that on that supply dock there. But he needs to pay attention to this mine that he's leaving alone. Hard defending top left mine up here. Jax takes his X-Wing that he used to build this turret down here to come up and attack. Got two more coming in. Alright. Now, I would definitely... ooh, okay, those TIE fighters are sitting there. There, he's moving them. But yeah, definitely heavy defense on this. This is good. This is a great opportunity for him to pick off some X-Wings. This mine here has been up for a while. Wonder if, yep, Cuarson builds that. Yep.
Did he get a supply dock?
Almost. Ooh, so he wasted one to go into here. I don't agree with that.
I know. Will he get him in time? Doesn't look like it, no.
Yep, he didn't intercept it. Pop.
And it's gone.
So these
that cut his income in half.
Yeah. So, ooh, yeah, Cuarson's winning this. Yep, 4 down there. Bunch of ties up here. He actually did a lot of damage to these X-Wings up here. So those 3 TIE fighters were versing 5 X-Wings, and I think they killed 3 of themselves, so that's actually super good.
Yeah, that looks pretty much in Cuarson's favor right now. He has his base mine up the whole time.
Yeah,
he has a lot more units.
He does. The one thing I didn't like what Cuarson did, he had a TIE fighter here and he left it, so Mitt was able to build that mine, and now he's able to get right back into it. That was kind of careless. Now he's going back over, but I mean, he's going to have that mine open for a bit. But Mitt also has to do something about this.
Cuarson's probably gonna build either. Okay, he built a Nebula mine.
Yeah, and
I think next he's gonna build a bottom left mine. Where's he going now?
he needs to take all his ties and go after that base mine.
Yeah.
As he
Or
changes
like
direction.
have a bomb already.
Yeah, that's enough ties to pop that.
Yeah. Jax also doesn't have any units. Probably only his starting units, the 2 of them.
Yeah, and they're out lingering about somewhere.
Yeah.
Attacking his base mine. That's been up forever, but yeah, this is oh, yeah, there's a third mine for Cuarson. Yeah, this is Ogre. course, my mouse is flickering. All right, back window. Thanks for following us here. So probably just pop up that turret now, because then it should be able to shoot that mine.
Yeah, he has the income. Free
Nice.
mines up. Yeah, that's over. He's gonna build the bottommost missile turret.
Oh, and
Yeah,
he concedes.
there it is. First game goes to Cuarson.
Yeah, so I really think in that game what ended up happening was that Mitch just lost too many X-Wings attacking the top left mine. And then he let
Yeah.
Cuarson easily build his base mine back. That was the big turning point right there. Oh. Alright. Let's update the interface here.
Is it only one restart per match and not per map?
It's one per the series, to my understanding, unless Laney was to come in with a hot correction, but
I thought it was per map. I'm not 100% sure though.
ooh, we got Kessel. I like this one.
Castle is also a pretty balanced map. Slightly Rebels favored, yes. That's probably why he picks Rebels.
I think it's a little smoother for Rebels to play, just because they can move around quicker, which is weird because normally you would think that oh, big spread out map with mines everywhere, it'd be easier for Empire, but honestly, it's not because Empire has to travel, and
Yet the longer the game is dragged out, the easier it gets for Rebels, because once the Rebel player starts fighting those hidden ties and clears them out, the Empire player has a bunch of problems getting there again in time. And
yeah,
if the Rebel player just sits there with a mine in progress and shuts off the ties, the Empire player is in big trouble.
yeah, I agree. And then at that point, you also have to let me make sure that they're ready here. But yeah, you have to start leaving TIE fighters behind, then they can get picked off, then you have to leave blobs behind too, then Rebs can pick and choose what, blobs are going to engage in with their X-Wings and kill off TIE fighters, and then like you said, just the longer it plays out, the generally more favored it becomes towards Rebels. Alright, as we start here, our second match. Pretty sure I didn't change the overlay for the first one, LOL. Okay, so quick start for Cuarson, kind of quick start for Mitt, but pretty
Yeah,
standard.
the basics, yes. Looks like Jax is going for the left middle.
Yeah, interesting decision there. I don't like how he warped in all those TIE fighters. One would have been sufficient.
Yeah.
Because again, it depends. Oh, he is going for middle. Interesting. Okay, so he
Going
builds
for the
that.
turret.
Yeah,
And
too late with
not
that TIE
for the
fighter.
mine.
Lol. Incoming X-Wings actually do damage to the moving free TIE fighter. It's not something you see every day. Okay, Pressure, pressure. Pretty good pressure. Pop goes the mine. Yeah, this mine got popped very quickly. So engine upgrade and laser upgrade. Okay, 4 ties there. Yeah, it's already looking pretty bad for Mitt here. He took too long to get to these mines, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, Cuarson saving for top left. I mean, if he would have built the middle mine instead of turret,
That's an interesting warping.
it would have been much better for him. Yeah, that's kind of a waste. Like,
Oof.
yeah, he kind of lost one squadron, almost squadron.
So
What
builds.
is top left?
That took a long time for this mine to die.
Yeah, but now he's moving his X-wings to the right from the left. That's not what you should do on this map. Or they're just sitting at the station.
Lol. Mitt's taking forever to go up to top here.
Yeah, he's probably gonna build the left middle. But Jax is also completely abandoning the right side.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he could have did serious damage to that mine, and now Carson's gonna get a ton of money.
Probably gonna build a complete right side because
Oh,
oh,
Carson?
Cousins should build one mine right now. He has the
Yeah,
money for it.
he just built it up here.
Okay.
Hope that's the starting unit there. Ooh, okay.
Ooh,
That's not good for Carson. He needs to
that's
get
not
that
a
out of there.
dogfight you wanna have.
Even though there is more X-Wings there, but that turret's just gonna start popping those. Yep. Okay, so he can win right here now that he moved it out of range. Oh, wow. Alright, well that was pretty dumb of Mitt. Now they're just getting farmed.
Yeah. They're not even attacking. They're just standing there.
Yeah. Okay, you can just build that mine. Yep.
Yeah.
Right call. See, now there's just not enough TIE fighters for Empire, and Carson's got 2 mines coming up.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like the idea that you abandon one side. Because if the opponent sees that he can like counteract, and if he sees like your X-wings going bot left, then he can build top right.
Right.
And usually once you get the mine is already built, and you're kind of fucked at that point.
Yeah. Yep, GG concedes with the mine. Yeah, just lost way too many. Alright, Carson's up 2 games. Wins one more and he wins the series. Can Jax come back? Hit me with that Naboo.
I hope he learned something on Abu from 2v2 tournaments. He does not like Naboo, but I did.
I love Naboo. I think it's a great map. I
Yeah, it's
enjoy
both a good 2v2 and 1v1 map.
Yeah, I enjoy how unique it is. So Jack's going with the simpler faction of Empire. I'm not surprised there. Let's see how well Carson does with his Naboo game. As you said, kind of struggled with it. And the 2v2 tourney there. Oh man, just going back and thinking about it when you played us in that game, the first game, and you're like, oh, go after the mine. I don't know how.
Did you just turn the stream off?
Did I?
Stream is offline now for me. Yeah. OBS disconnected.
Oh. Yeah, I just got the notification. No, it is straight disconnected. It's back up now, looks like.
Yep. I mean, I have the purple screen right now, so I can tell. But I guess if I get a ad block message, it's probably running. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're back. Kind of want to know what they do with the pirate station. Because an IPV on this map is pretty strong if you use it in the middle. Because you can cover the 2 mines and the pirate base with it.
Right.
And and fight around it.
Yeah, no, I think it's it, I mean, you don't want to park at the base mine. I've tried that a couple times and it just you have to do
Yeah,
it literally perfectly or you're just going to throw away 12k, so
I mean, even if you use it for the base mine,
yeah.
it just stays there and until it's down. It's just slow as fuck.
Pretty much. Okay, splitting off one
Oh,
of
he's
the
going straight for the base mine.
staying. Mitt's going for bottom left here. Let's see if he gets it. Does he do it? He does.
Nice.
I was very tempted to write yay for Cuarson in chat, but I didn't want to. Felt like that'd be too meddlesome. So, no laser turret here. I like that decision. Too much money to sink in, especially if you got the laser upgrade. Ooh, Cuarson really practiced this. Alright, I like this.
He should.
Pop that before it's built.
Yeah, freeze enough. Easy.
Mitt kind of, did he build that
Yep,
late?
but honestly, Mitch should have seen that. Okay, he's going for the nebula mine, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought like he just saw it and didn't pay any better attention to it.
Okay, now that he sees that this X-Wing's down here, yep, hard builds bottom left. I like that.
Yeah,
That was a good move.
Carson should probably think that Jax built a nebula mine.
I don't like this one going up here. He should keep his stuff there. Ooh, okay, I like that. He put that there. Jack should have kept something there in my opinion. Yep, there he goes.
Yeah,
Split that off.
no, it's going.
Where's all the TIE fighters for Jax here? Let's, where
Yeah,
is it? handful,
Getting the
but
base mine. He should. I don't know if he should save money to build his base mine. Cuarson is just kind of waiting over there. Yeah.
he needs to check this mine. It's taking his sweet time to get there. This is circling.
Cuarson
Course.
going? Oh yes. Yeah, that's enough X-wings. Jax is a big problem right here.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough TIE fighters on the field, and he's not going to be able to kill this mine. Cuarson's building this mine now, and then he's got 4 X-Wings popping this. This is going to get cleaned off here in the next 5 seconds. This one's circling. This one's circling. Looks like Cuarson's coming in hot with that 3-0. Yeah, clears that off. 5 X-Wings there. Yep. That's a fat GG. Of course, he's just running these right through the middle of the base. He's getting picked off here. Honestly, do you think that even Empire should be building this turret? Especially since he got the engine upgrade. I feel like he sacrificed too much of his income to not get fighters on the field. I can't believe that after losing this, he's taking these TIE fighters and going here and not going in to pop this mine.
Yeah, but right now Cuarson should send one X-wing back to his base mine.
To build his base mine? Yeah, he could use that.
Yeah.
This one over here.
It's completely uncontested right now. And that hard defense just kills. It's gonna kill all the ties.
Yeah, it is. Especially with all these X-Wings still coming in. That's a critical mass right there. I mean, there's no way he wins.
Jax also has no mine up, so this is pretty GG right now.
Yeah, that's about 9-10 X-Wings right there. Okay, now he's going back up. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, he kinda has to fight. He can't escape this.
Yeah.
And this is way too much.
Cuarson did a much better job of map control on this map. Kind of like how my Dantooine game went versus G-Man. Like, I just had an X-Wing at pretty much every mine. He pretty much had the same thing. Even though that's not really the best way, I would say, of playing Rebels, but he's really honestly playing very well.
I mean, sometimes it just comes down to how the enemy plays, and you kinda adapt to it.
Yeah.
And at this point, he's so far ahead. He can just use X-wings to scout mines. Is he going for the station? Ooh. Yes, he is.
Well, it is easier for a critical mass of X-Wings to attack a space station versus TIE fighters. I wonder if he's going to try to build that.
And shield is gone. Yeah, he's getting all the mines. This is over.
Did that go AFK, or surprised he hasn't conceded?
That was a pretty clean 3-0 from Cuarson.
Yeah, I agree.
I honestly wasn't expecting that clean.
Yeah, Cuarson really played great. I mean, his micro was smooth, his gameplay was smooth.
This is the first time I think that the lower seed wins in the majors.
Yeah, think so. First upset. Guess he's just gonna force him to finish this. I'm assuming Carson's attacking.
And he could have just hopped in more X-Wings. Did it take one way?
Yeah.
Also could have used some bombers, but
I mean, Mid's doing the right things, but he's not doing them quick enough. He's not executing things quick enough. Like that, I would say that's the biggest problem. If he fixes that, this would be far more competitive. But for the most part, his micro was pretty good.
it just needs to pay attention to the small things.
Carson coming in hot with the meme. LOL, a little more trash talk coming in. That 3-0 sweep. GG. Alright, we'll go ahead and bring Carson in. GG Carson.
GG Carson.
I don't see Mitt. I'm not sure if he's joining for post game or not.
You probably ask him though, just to be polite. Yeah. Somebody could at him.
I added him. Doesn't seem as though he's going to participate.
Okay.
Alright. Well, anyways, GG. Well played, Carson. Honestly, you played a very clean 3-0 series here, and congratulations on the sweep as well.
Thank you.
How do you feel after the game there?
I felt myself making a lot of micro mistakes. I'm sure you caught him. Like there's on Kessel, like got I really, really like my intuition's like that mine has to be building. Nothing else makes sense. But it wasn't building, and I lost the X-wing squadron there. There was a couple other places where I lost fighters to dumb shit where I just wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, the biggest problem I just saw in Castle was that you are moving your X-Wings from the right side to the left side, which could have cost you the game if you would have just built a bottom right mine. Because you just lost complete track of what's going on the right side.
Mm-hmm.
But thankfully for you, he did the same. So you both were just fighting on the left side?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You had your X-Wing on top right, which made you build the mine. And I think after he spotted the mine, he conceded.
Yes, which at that point I also had the bottom left mine as well that had been built for a while. So he didn't know I had the other mine either.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you did make like you said there were some micro mistakes, but honestly, for the most part, they're pretty minor. You did a really good job overall. Like Realm said, it was very clean, as well as I said, or agree with him in this case. He was actually the first one to point it out on stream. It was very clean. You knew what you were doing. You had a strategy down. I believe, like you said, it was probably Kessel that honestly, that was the only really big micro mistake that I kind of saw. And I think the other one was maybe on Polis, where it was more of a disagreement as opposed to a mistake per se. You had when you knocked the base mine with the bombers and the Tie Fighter, you took that Tie Fighter away instead of leaving it there for vision. Was that
Hmm.
intentional or was that a mistake?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think yes, because I think at the time I don't remember if I didn't have Vision Bot left or my fighter had died. I think I don't know. I know I consciously moved it because I had a big enough blob to I'm like, oh, if he just builds it. I think I it takes a while to it takes nearly a minute to get your investment back on the mine. And I already knew like I had a lot of TIE fighters and he didn't have a lot of X-Wings. So if he builds a mine, he's denying himself X-Wing somewhere else on the map. So I don't know. And it probably was a mistake. I probably should have kept the vision. I also didn't micro my bomber because I was too busy watching other things, which wasn't great, but still got the supply dock, so I was happy with that.
Yeah, I mean at that point, like, eh, it's easier for
He
Empire
warped
Bomber.
in X-Wing. Yeah, he kind of warped into X-Wing, but it was already far too
He
late.
was a
It
two
was like,
percent when he warped it in.
yeah,
Yeah, with three
and it was
bombers
kind
left.
of.
Yeah, he should have
I
honestly noticed the bomber attacking his base mine and warp one in then to kill it, because that would have been far more effective. Instead, he lost the supply dock with it too.
I wish he was here because it'd be interesting to hear. I was shocked that he picked Rebellion on Polis, just because I know that he tends to favor Empire on most maps.
Yeah, got a point there. Well, his biggest issue is what happened is that you forced him to attack the top left mine, and you had three TIE fighters to his five X-Wings, and I'm pretty sure your three TIE fighters killed at least three X-Wing squadrons, and it was
Hmm.
already like, well, that's no bueno.
Right.
Like if I would have saw that, I think I probably would have changed for him, and then like hard defended his bottom left mine that he purchased.
Hmm.
Because that was okay. That was one mistake that you did. You had one Tie Fighter attacking bottom left, and then one was dogfighting the other. But
Yeah, that was a micro mistake. I caught that a couple times. There was ping on. I guarantee you can't feel the ping as much as a spectator, but especially in the last game where I was locking S foils on one X-wing and would unlock it on the last one I had, even though I like deliberately waited so it wouldn't do that. It was
right,
getting very frustrating the last game. Most of it was just me trying to kill a station. I'm like, oh my gosh, the input lag on that S foils is killing me.
right. And then honestly, in the middle, I mean, he built that turret. I don't know if it's really like if you're gonna hard defend that mine at top left, like I don't know if you want to build that turret. If you do build that turret, you should probably build that mine there too, because like that hard defense right there, where you just putting all those ties in that nebula, like that like unless you have already six X-wings from the get-go, which he didn't. I think he started off with three, and then he eventually warped in a couple others. Like he probably shouldn't have attacked it, and then just like maybe forced you to attack the where the turret is, so that way you could lose Tie fighters. But honestly, you did a much better job of managing overall your fighter production versus fighter loss. And unlike Mitt, like his production in all three of the games
Mhm.
really wasn't that good. Like if you go to Castle, and one thing he was very slow. He had the right idea, but he was slow in enacting things, and that was especially true on Kessel. With the exception that he warped in two extra TIE fighters at the beginning, went to the middle instead of going straight for the base mine, and then he warped one in, and then he went to the bottom right, and then he left both ties at like each base mine. Like shouldn't have done that. But yeah, I mean it kept your minds up much longer, and then you just mostly had income the entire game, whereas he didn't, and then you just outbuilt him. That was really it. Like that's just kind of what it boiled down to, I would say.
Mhm.
But yeah, and then it's the last game there with Naboo. That was just a yeah, that one was that was an excellent game, I would say. I wanted to commend you in chat. I was gonna be like, "Yay, Cuarson flew past the nebula on top."
He didn't do it in the
I
2v2
was
tournament.
worried. I was worried. Well, no, I didn't fly through the nebula in the 2v2. I just didn't know how to do that, and now I do.
Yeah.
So, when I saw the defense, I wasn't worried because at that point I knew I was early enough to where even with the defense, my third fighter on its first pass would kill it,
Yeah.
and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I think he built that mine a little too late.
Yeah, as soon as I saw the health, I'm like, yeah, this dies regardless.
Yeah, and then like the turret ended up becoming irrelevant. Then he had the engine upgrade, and yeah, like, and the one thing you did is you almost did the same thing that I did in my Dantooine game earlier today against G-Man, whereas like, and I don't normally recommend this per se, just because that's not how Rebel plays. But like, you were able to get map control, and you just had X-wings all over the place. But like, it was safe enough for you to do because you had twice the amount of fighters that he did.
hmm
Like, he just didn't have fighters at all on Naboo. Like, he got nothing. Like,
I mean, he could have done a lot more because he saw one of your X-wings going instantly to your base mine, and the other one probably should have gone to your base mine and build it, which means you are pretty slow to get to the bottom. Which I would have guessed that he should build all the bottom mines.
well,
Like I
was
think you built the top rightmost instead of him, and if he would have built it, it might have been a different game.
Like if he built it right off the bat.
Yeah.
I don't think
Be-
so because I warped in my fighters anticipating it to be there. Then as soon as it wasn't there, I just split them.
Yeah, but then you were able to build it right away, because then yeah, like, he didn't even stop you from like getting that mine, and that was like where the big like, I can't think of the word right now, like a gap was, or whatever it was, that he should have stopped you, at least like leave a tie there to stop you from building it, because you built that and you're just like, well, now it's irrelevant if he kills my base mine, because now I have two mines. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, once I saw that he had basically had nothing outside the map, so that's why I used my one starting fighter to kind of scout the bot right. And I was fighting. There was for quite a while. I think it fought a TIE fighter in the bottom, so I knew he wasn't doing anything there. So the only place he could build was the nebula and the right mine. So once I didn't see the right mine, that's why I just built it and just hard committed to the nebula.
right.
Because after that, what's he gonna do? He has no income. He already had to spend extra money building another mine, like much later when he didn't have a mine. And I had plenty of fighters.
Yeah, I think if I was him too, like, even if he gave that up, like, at least bait you into it, because like, you're right there, and there's nothing, and there's no TIE fighters there. Like, that's kind of like an easy build for Rebels. So it's just like, well, maybe I should sit there and bait it, and then like, I wouldn't attack your base mine, but I would sink you back 850, and that would give me some big what do you call it, like, stalling time for you to kind of like get yourself back into the game as Empire. But fortunately, he didn't really do that. But yeah, GG. So you go ahead and you move along. Mitt drops down, and it looks as though Mitt is going to play Bromatic Army, actually. So he will be the next matchup. So very nice.
How do you feel about your next opponent, Carson?
My next
Are you ready
opponent,
for
yeah, yeah.
an anal penetration?
I don't know. My next opponent has a tendency to throw games, so
It's just like the Sith apprentice and Sith Lord here. Now it's the Sith Lord turn, or the apprentice turning on the Sith Lord, about to slam and ascend to the throne. Or is this going to be put down and be like, nope, you're my apprentice and you're about to be bopped. And for memeing here into this, it's Realm King versus Cuarson, in case chat is wondering, of course. But yeah, so we have what? There are 1 or 2 matches tomorrow.
No, I kind of want to wait till
I
I get
think
my new mouse because
no. He was asking how many matches were tomorrow. Army's match is tomorrow, and I believe another one. We can
I
go
think
through
2.
1v1
I think
back room and
Artemis
and all
versus
the game.
Paddy and Sky Guy versus Army.
Very nice. So Then the last one to be scheduled is Moonshield and Meteora. But yeah, we've played 7 of the 8 majors games in 2 days. It's pretty good. Hopefully, Moonshield and Meteora be able to schedule their match soon, and then we could be able to early advance into the next round, which would be awesome.
Yeah, everyone's doing a great job of scheduling and playing games.
Love it. All right, well, in this case, we'll go ahead and wrap up the stream. Thanks for co-streaming, of course, Realm. Enjoyed having your commentary and looking forward to your guys' match
Thanks.
next week. That'll, of course, be very fun. And Carson, GG's, well done. You advance. And Myth, of course, it's a double elimination tournament, so of course you still have the lower bracket to play through. And best of luck with you in your future matches as well, if you are tuning in.
Who
And
does he play next?
Burmatic Army.
Okay.
But yeah, with that, go ahead and wrap up here. Thanks everyone for watching, and we will see you next time. Until then, take care.